Hi, it's time for another Gracin. A Gracin is a little scoop on God's grace. It's a short devotional that I've written. However, I haven't written this one because this is a live Gracin for the second Sunday in a row. You see, for the last 2 weeks I've been touring with a choir, a children's choir from Uganda, known as Watoto Children's Choir. Watoto is a Swahili word which means children. And in Uganda there's a ministry that I work with known as Watoto. It's been going for a good 20 years, and we care for 2,600 orphan children and 2,100 war-affected women. The members of the choir that I'm with are children from our Watoto villages in Uganda. They are 8 to 13-year-olds, and they're touring all across Canada for the next 6 months, sharing their stories, dancing and singing, praising God, and telling others about God's amazing love for them. It's really quite something. Yesterday I was with the Watoto Children's Choir in Vancouver at something called Missions Fest. It's a large event that happens every year. And there's all kinds of booths that are set up with different missions organizations, and they share their stories and hand out literature. And if people are interested in missions, they go to that. We took the kids there, and we sang there, and we walked around some of the booths, particularly some of the ministries that have partnered with us over the years. And we had a great time. Being with these kids, it's like seeing God's grace live and up front every day. I mean, these kids' lives were just upside down a few years ago. And to see where they're at and what God has done with their lives and the life of Jesus within them is amazing. We go into stores and into corporate offices and sing a song of blessing over the staff, and tears fall, and people don't know what's even going on, but here's what's going on. God's love is touching their hearts. And just in the last few days, as well as doing concerts in the evening, we've gone to private homes, different businesses. We went to one place where we bought all the shoes for the kids for this tour, just to say thanks and to sing the song. And the manager, she was just bawling. She couldn't get away from all these kids and their hugs. It was amazing. Yesterday at Missions Fest, there was a fellow that was sitting outside, and he had a guitar, and he had some protest signs. You see, he was protesting Missions Fest. I went out and talked to him because he was singing away. He had written a song of protest, and he was holding up these posters. And so I just wanted to see what it was all about and just talk to him. And so I went up to him, and I heard his story. And man, what a change in his life. He was a missionary for 8 years. He used to be part of this missionary Mission Fest event every year. And something clicked and something changed in his life a few years ago. And so for whatever reason, he was against it now. And so when I talked to him about that, he was disappointed in the religion of Christianity. And so we talked about the difference between the Christian religion and experiencing life in Christ. So, there's all kinds of people that God just desires to touch their lives with this good news message. But will we go out and talk to them? Will we interact with them? A lot of people, they saw this guy on the street corner and just avoided him, didn't want any confrontation. But when I went up and talked to him with a loving heart, with Jesus within me, and I heard a bit of his story, I was able to tell him the difference between Christian religion and experiencing life in Jesus. You see, he had problems with Christians and how Christians had caused so many problems all over the world. But he didn't have a problem with Jesus. So that's what a lot of people are like. When I have my Grace Buffet on Sunday mornings in Victoria, and we have people gathered together, people that don't currently attend an established church. They don't have any problem with Jesus. It's just a lot of the Christian religion stuff. It just doesn't make sense to them. There's a lot of people out there just like that, right? Maybe you were one of those people too. Well, being with the Watoto Children's Choir reminds me of the simple, simple truth of Jesus and his life within us. And these kids are a beautiful example of having a young life in Jesus and just sharing that good news with other people. So you know what? I'm going to be listening to them do some concerts again today and enjoy celebrating Jesus with them. And I hope that you'll be able to have a good day today. celebrating the life of Jesus that you can enjoy. Bye.